Well, he's made more comebacks than Dame Nellie Melba and John Farnham, but one thing for sure, when Peter Morris jumps back in that sulky, he's just as great as he was many, many years ago. And I caught up with Peter after yet another comeback. Well, great to see you back where you belong, Pete, in the sulky instead of the lounge chair.
Yeah, I don't get in the gig all that often. Kerry Ann asked me to drive this bloke, and I was happy to, but we've got plenty of young drivers at our place that love getting in the kart, so it's a pleasure to watch them on TV.
What was it like dusting the silks off to go around one more time?
Yeah, I've got to say, it surprised me. I did enjoy it. I felt very good turning for home. I thought I was the winner. Yeah, you know, he tried a very good and very competitive race.
There was good support for aged Mary. A lot of that might have been just sentimental money.
Well, I did my best for them anyway. I would have rather collected first prize money, but he ran third.
As you said, you prefer to sit back in the lounge chair and watch the younger brigade, including your son Robert's doing marvellous things, and Kerry Ann also going wonderful things, but also Jack Brown drove a winner at Albion Park today, and Josh Gallagher's doing marvellous things as well.
Yeah, all the kids at home drive very good. Alicia and young Ellie, you know, they all just need an ounce of luck and a chance, and they'll make good drivers in the future.
You still help around as much as you can around the stables, Pete, and you're very keen on teaching the young ones by watching videos with them.
Yeah, I'm a little bit probably the hardest critic, but over the years it's made good drivers of them. I think there's a lot of improvement in most of them.
Your wonderful career probably highlighted by young Mr. Charles. Great memories of him, Peter, in particular 1996, taking out the Inter Dominion. Yeah,
it was a great thrill. Great for all concerned, Gary Hancock, my wife Margaret, the Scaravilli family. Yeah, you know, they're all very good memories. You know, I especially like winning the Redwood with Bon Billy Fella. He was very close to my heart as well. And every other win, every other win that put a bit of bread and butter on the table.
You mentioned that, Peter, about just winners. We try to look at your career and find out the tally, and they don't have the records. And you said you didn't worry about the winners. It was always the next winner.
Well, it's always the next winner. You pay the bills for the last winner, and you've got to get to the desk and do your best.
What other horses, Pete, figure high as far as your career is concerned?
A horse called Earlier Not Later was very good and had no luck. Lots and Lots was a champion, also had no luck. He got crook. There's been lots of them, you know. Torado Julie was outstanding for my family. Every time we needed her to get $1 because I was broke, she kicked a goal. So.
Earlier Not Later, that was owned by Mark Waugh.
Mark and Kim Waugh, yes. Yep.
Yeah, you had a little bit of a problem there.
Yeah, he got a tendon after a period of time, and then he got caught in a fence when he was recuperating, and that was the end of him. So, unfortunately, he was a very, very good horse, great horse, yeah.
He had a remarkable winning sequence there for a while.
Yeah, I don't know exactly how many he had, but he was nearly unbeatable. Yeah.
But all those nights you weaved your way in and out of the side streets of Glebe heading towards Harold Park. Now it's all home games for Robbie and Kerry Ann.
Yeah, the furthest they have to go now is 20 yards. But, yeah, the old days was very tricky getting there, and even sometimes trickier getting home.
But you said recently you had a trip to that particular area of Glebe. When you're just driving a normal car through those areas now, you must be amazed.
Yeah, I drove the Land Cruiser in and out, and I couldn't believe that we drove the big 5-bore semi. It scared me to think how much damage I could have done.
Another wonderful performer for the stable, Ashley's Babe, of course, a great association with the Cordina family.
Yeah, she was very, very good to me. And another one that popped up just when we needed somebody to pat us on the back. The Cordina family have been great to us. Daniel still is. You know, over the years we've been very, very lucky to have a lot of nice horses and a lot of great owners, and hopefully we're still friends with all of them.
Peter, in the peak of your powers, how many horses did you have under your care?
We had a stable of about 40 at one stage, but, you know, that's very hard with me and Margaret and Gary Hancock and a few of the boys, but, you know, the kids run it a lot more professionally than I ever did.
Pete, recently we lost, very sadly, A.D. Turnbull. What was your memories of him as a driver?
Yeah, I've got a lot of fond memories of Tony. He was the hardest person I ever drove against. He was hard to everybody, including his own kids. I learned a lot from him. He never took a backward step, and he remembered every time I got him, he gave it back.
But you went around in a period of racing, commonly known as the golden period, those 60s, but mainly the 70s, competing on a weekly basis with some of the great names.
Well, back in that era, it was always said by the public, if you threw the colours to anybody in the driver's room, you got a good driver. And that was true. The best of them, geez, there are far too many to mention. Great blokes like Jay Binskin, Cyril Caffin, Tony Turnbull, Purcell, Kevin Newman, Vic Frost. The endless amount of names that were my idols when I was sitting on the Landstrom chair with the feather duster, and then you had to run into them on the first turn at Arrow Park. It was a lot of fun.
Do you ever sit there in the driver's room in awe of those around you?
I used to when I was very young, because I was 16 and a half when I went to Arrow Park, and yeah, they were all legends, and I was a nobody. I just sat there thinking, what am I doing here? Yeah.
Well, as the career panned out, you certainly deserved your spot in that driver's room at Harold Park, and it's always wonderful to catch up with you, Pete.
Thank you very, very much, Michael. Thank you.